So the recap for you, Daniel, other Daniel, is that the German Empire who has a war with the British Empire, who are fascist. They have managed to trap the whole Royal Navy here by holding this strait here. So the home islands are basically undefended except for the Air Force and the local troops. And France has gone strangely communist together with Republican Spain and Soviet Union. So they are basically trying to invade. So there's a lot of fronts opening up. Of course, have the Portuguese invasion of Greece up here as well.
Well, Portugal lost its own territory, so they have to conquer something else, right?
Yeah, I mean they're in exile now, I guess, just angry.
Was the blockade of the English Navy intentional, or?
I'm pretty sure it was intentional because Quill has also been researching paratroopers, and he's actually even doing paratroopers level 2. So this is for sure a plan.
So really good play then.
Yeah. Quill has been doing really well. He has not actually started making paratroopers yet, so maybe he doesn't need them really anymore because the fleet is trapped. But I suspected the idea was to drop them. But I guess they're holding that off and preparing an invasion. I wonder why he is not preparing. Also, the Kiwi Empire has now finally capitulated to.
Yeah, they managed
the Australians
to set up a beachhead in the Northern Ireland.
Yeah. Actually,
push
got
south.
them a little bit.
I'm gonna sneak off home.
See ya
Monday.
We will do.
And Netherlands has joined the fascist British Empire faction phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to actually faction map mode for a little bit because things are happening quite fast here. So if we look at my my big zoom out view here, I mean there's still very much Comintern everywhere. But the question is what, and I guess it's everybody almost against Daniel here. So that looks kind of nasty for him. Whereas in China, it is slow territory to move in, but it does look like they are in trouble now, though. I think they're pushing them back. It's a very tough area to fight in. There's a lot of attrition here.
It seems to be
12% on these armors.
There seems to be quite a bit of micromanagement. So there's a small encirclement in the in North Korea where the Japanese managed to trap some Soviet divisions. I saw them killed some off earlier.
But I guess because the Soviet player can focus on that now, right? Because Germany's probably not going to come for him.
No.
So. Although I'm pretty sure Germany would actually lose that fight.
And casualties that Japan has lost close to 500,000 men. Over 300,000 of those to the Soviet Union.
The German Empire has lost 67,000. But the British has lost 270,000.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And the Raj has lost almost 500,000.
How many of those are in that war in Iran?
Let's find out. Iran's killed almost all of them.
And Pakistan has been released.
Oh.
And they're not even a puppet of anyone.
No, I guess if...
there's no port here. God.
Was this from him taking the focus where they gives them freedom?
That's possible.
It must be.
So,
the Dutch are now gone as well, which I guess makes it a little easier for Quill to plan invasions. In fact, I'm gonna start looking at the air war where holy guacamole, there is a lot of stuff in the air now. He has over 2,000 naval bombers on port strikes. And Britain looks very threatened actually. See if I can actually see this with.
Although those naval bombers are bombing ports in northern Germany, right?
I think they're in the area, so I guess they're not really doing much.
I
think you just put everything there. But yeah, I guess he should just try and kill the navy, right? Why not put them in that zone instead? They're trapped now. So he
Well,
picked them off over time, I guess.
Daniel has deployed 2 destroyers, so he's safe again.
Yeah, because as not very mighty that is.
Oh, he has
It's-
gotten destroyers for bases, I guess.
Ah,
So
clever.
he has.
Yeah, so
a
he has a lot of
bunch.
really bad destroyers.
Yeah, but
But it doesn't matter if
Yeah.
the opponents don't. But the French fleet, though, surely they are still very strong. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, there's still a substantial fleet. And they are rampaging around the channel as well.
yes.
So they can still invade. In fact,
In fact,
they are.
Yes,
So
It's,
let's observe this.
it's the longest day.
They're about to land in several places at once. And I'm not going to spoil the surprise to myself and seeing if there are actually defenders here. Yeah, there's French airplanes. There's airplanes everywhere here now. Quite a bit of... Whose convoys is this?
And he's building more marines.
Yeah.
He's going
A
all in on
whole
this.
bunch of French convoys are trapped, but I can't tell now if those are actual invaders or if they're just... I think they're just supply convoys. No, 5 divisions are trapped. But no, they managed to be saved, I think.
Yeah.
So, but they got trapped again by the destroyers. But meanwhile, there's an actual invasion. It's
Oh,
been
there's-
pulled off.
There's
pulled off
also
in
the
Plymouth.
Dutch fleet that is. It's
Oh.
actually not the British; it's the Dutch fleet that's
Ah.
saving Britain on trying.
I mean, I guess
And-
it's payback for liberating them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Britain pulling off a very nice naval invasion surrounding that port
yeah,
and pushing in.
yeah, that's gonna succeed.
Oh, it's a Dutch
And
division too.
they're following up as well. I think Daniel is in some serious problems.
Yeah, was an interesting call.
I mean, is he? Anyone who's watching his stream, is he crying right now? Because he's still trying to push through here. I think no, he's just defending. In fact, maybe he can even win now because there's only some Austrian-Hungarians defending Copenhagen. Because I think he'd probably want his fleet back at this point.
Yeah,
Oh,
really, the only way he can outflank those defenders is with a naval landing in Jutland.
yeah.
And he kind of need a fleet for that.
But there is a lot of armor now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're pushing back the French. I don't see the French are probably toast now. I think Daniel responded really well with the strong armor. Yeah, they I'm not sure what the French have exactly here, kind of troops, but
Well,
I
yes.
seriously doubt they're equipped to fight all this armor.
No,
They're also in some serious supply problems now, it seems
yeah,
too.
it's golden shields all over.
Yeah, has he have they lost the what actually is the what is the route? Can I see that as observer? Well, there is some supply, but they just
And-
it just isn't enough. He's got so much troops
Daniel
over there.
actually is navally invading Jutland.
Wow,
He has
that is
I guess if the German fleet is either sunk or
yeah,
chasing down your fleet in the Baltic, you don't care.
yeah. I still think maybe he should have only dedicated half the fleet, but this might actually get them out though, or not, because it looks like defense is substantial. We should probably have a mode where we have full view as well, so I don't have to keep jumping countries to
Yes.
see the strength of the defenders. But well, actually, I think he's gonna pull off. Oh no, I was gonna say he's gonna pull off this, but there's a ton of reinforcement arrived, so
Mhm.
that's not gonna work. It's Quill's armor divisions arrived just in time. It's a great way of using armor as a counter push unit.
Mhm.
Don't let them get bogged down and bring them in and where you need to strike somewhere fast. And
The Chinese have apparently landed and linked up with the Soviets, so Manchukuo is pretty much gone now.
oh wow.
Despite
I was gonna say that's a great encirclement, but it's only one division in
Yeah,
it. So,
it's
but
two.
it's still cool.
it's 2.
Yeah. Oh, 2. Yes.
And really, once you isn't everyone encircled once you zoom out far enough?
Yes.
Germany's encircled by communists.
I mean, I guess Britain is encircled by
Ocean.
yes. I mean, it's funny though that Britain's greatest strength became its weakness in
Yes.
this game, where the fleet to save them made them basically completely open. Yeah. So you're not completely indestructible. You do have to keep aware of your fleet.
Mm-hmm.
Still would have been interesting to see what would have happened if we had an Italian player as well, because that's another decent enough fleet if you don't lose it in the beginning.
You know, would have been interesting how.
Yeah.
Would have
is
been an interesting dynamic with the
Is
French.
Cornwall really a swamp in real life? I mean, is anyone from Cornwall in the chat?
Can confirm swamp? Yes, no.
Yeah, I mean, potentially. maybe. Let's go with that anyway. Sorry, Cornwall. But
Oh, and Kaiser
the
Wilhelm II has died and has been
no,
succeeded by his son.
but his mustache is not even near as cool.
Yes, and
In fact, he doesn't even have one. He's trying to compensate with all that bling, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A small
but yeah, he's lacking all those really nice modifiers
Mhm.
that the Kaiser has. That's the thing, right? If you're gonna go the monarchist path, none of your leaders are very young.
Yeah.
So you're only gonna have them for so long, but they're all pretty experienced and good. So yeah,
And there's a little naval landing in Norway.
yeah, I
The
saw
Germans
that.
have successfully made landfall
Yep.
and are now shipping in quite a lot of troops.
So that and we're actually the Royal Navy is still trapped. In fact, I
Mhm.
think it's severely reduced.
No, it doesn't look like it.
They not managed to kill much of it.
No, it's a destroyer here, a destroyer there.
Yeah, it's still pretty big.
I guess
Still
once.
pretty big and not all that damaged either.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, but Daniel's failed to bring it out a couple of times now. And
Yep.
Finland's now joined the war as well.
Yep.
And joined faction McFascist face.
Yes.
As was historical.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they went with a more flavorful name in the historical event.
I'm sure someone voted for it, right?
Yes.
And then they decided not to pick it anyway.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
the PR people got involved.
Yes. Actually, there's stuff going on off the coast of, I was going to say Italy, but I guess it's France now.
Yeah, French
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah, there is actually. Okay, it's some raiders
Mm-hmm.
picking off quite a lot of transports here. That is, I actually can't see how many divisions that is. It's a couple anyway. They were trying to invade. Oh no, actually, they were just trying to get home. That didn't work out.
So
I realized the Austro-Hungarian flag, when it's small, is actually a little hard to see.
So the front line that has been static for 2 years or so has collapsed. The Chinese are advancing all across.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fruit salad going on over there.
But yeah, the Japanese are getting pushed back quite heavily. Although they have managed to defeat several landings in Korea.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little sad because I guess this war in Europe meant that we're not really gonna see the Raj attack China. I was kind of hoping they were gonna try and gobble and liberate Tibet and stuff.
yes.
But I think at this point it's not that wise to bring in more enemies.
Yeah, you have your hands full.
And they also can't really help each other, so...
It looks like there was another wave of
yes,
naval landings.
there's several successful landings. I think they're gonna try the shotgun approach
Mhm.
and see if that helps against Daniel's armor. And actually...
Dover's right here, it's undefended, come on.
Yeah. Oh, can he do it?
Can you do it?
That's the
They're
thing,
moving
yeah.
in the right direction, in the wrong
Yeah.
direction.
But it's hard to tell if he's busy elsewhere. No, I think this is the only area he's really focusing on. So,
Yeah.
Take over. Take over.
Take over.
And all of Daniel's armor is actually.
And Manchukuo has capitulated.
These are dark times.
These are very dark times.
Yeah. Well, Daniel is still. Oh no, he is cut off something fierce. All his armor is now out of supply.
Oh, that's
And
very unfortunate.
that is not very good. See if he's doing anything about it now. He doesn't have any of the command powers to give some extra supply grace and try and break out. So, I mean, this actually looks like they've succeeded now, I would have to say.
Yep.
I did not really see that coming, but yeah. Portsmouth has been liberated, I guess.
Guess you can call it that.
I mean, even this and the swamps of Cornwall are
Not good tank country.
no. Their attrition is building up as well here. The tanks are probably not very happy being here. Let's have a look
No.
at exactly what stuff is going on here. No, I still have a lot. Oh, he's got centaurs. It's nice. He's still got all his tanks pretty much. Funny enough, he's basically living off Danish and Swedish support equipment. So I mean, they're like eating. I guess they're eating pickled fish and stuff in the tanks, and I don't know what that's doing to morale.
Oh, and it looks like Korea has been liberated, probably in an attempt by the Japanese player to, you know, get some buffer. Don't give the Soviets and the Chinese staging area to go to war.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel tried to do some kind of naval transportation and was caught by the French Navy here as well.
Oh.
So several of his, actually his cavalry is being shot into the ocean. Will his horses be able to swim? It's unclear.
I mean, horses can't swim, right?
They can, but can they swim across the channel? It's unclear. Meanwhile, the port. What is this island called? The Peloponnese.
Yeah.
The Portuguese AI is found a new place for itself.
Yes.
It's trying to get to Athens, but so there's a little AI war going on down here.
And yeah, in Asia, basically by this point, the Chinese and the Soviets are just mopping up, trying to defeat the last remnants of the Japanese forces on the mainland, and then we'll see. The Japanese still have their fleet very much intact, I suppose. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really challenging, and I'm not sure they even need to right now, right?
No, they would have to build up a fleet and invade, I guess, the Japanese mainland. If it was AI, it would surrender. But that's a decision that the AI has to take, and a player doesn't have to. And we were just informed that Stockholm is now German, so the rest of the stream will be in German.
Okay, go for it. Take it away, Gabriel. I think I managed to. Well, that's why it wasn't working, because I thought I was looking at British troops. I was totally not. Daniel is not. This is a really good comeback. I actually did not think Quill would do so well, because he was really, really weak after that civil war.
Yes, and then basically everyone let him build up for an entire session, and I think there's quite a few people who regret that now. Yeah,
I mean, a similar thing with China, right? China is very strong because of all the long build-up. I assume that they are semi.
Well,
they have paratroopers as well.
Yeah. They do have some issues with mutinies because of low stability.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But those should be.
Maybe they need to take some decisions. Yeah. If is this China?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So if anyone's on Alex Rambler's channel, have him try and deal with the mutinies. He has the political power to deal with it.
Yes.
And the timer is sort of running out. That's why it's blinking red up there.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. He needs to start getting his stability up. And next to the Cornish swamp here, Daniel's tanks are bravely fighting to the death.
And to the death they will.
I feel like we should have like a trumpet, so we could like sound a sad trumpet.
Oh.
Yeah. This is actually interesting. Quill's divisions can actually pierce these guys. Let's see what he's got. Does he have a lot of anti-tank stuff? No, I guess they're wounded enough.
Well, he has AT guns too, but he's still upgrading, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I was just noting that. Oh, never mind. He has a mix, so he actually has anti-tank.
he has anti-tank
templates mixed in.
That's pretty nice.
Should have totally switched the icon for it so I could see, but maybe there's a reason he didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deny the enemy some additional intelligence, I guess.
Yeah. Although, I mean, it's not that anti-tanky, it only has one, I guess, but that's fairly good value for money.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Daniel's stuff is not really oh, he's lost a lot of it. Let's go and have a peek. And that's it for his tanks.
Yep, and now
He still has a few, but most of it is lost now.
Now those troops can reinforce the main front across southern England.
He has now lost 450,000 men to the German Empire.
Oh, that's...
So faction fascist phase has lost close 874,000. And most of that is the British Empire. I would expect it to be... Yeah. Oh, I guess they are... Wait. When did I miss that the Raj joined the... left the faction?
Well, can they even join?
They have left the faction.
How? Did they get kicked? No.
Maybe.
Can you kick someone while you're in the same war?
I think so.
So
we changed some of those rules. You didn't used to be able to, but I think you can now, actually.
Because we checked earlier and you couldn't leave the faction while you're in the war.
You can't leave, but I think you can kick people if they misbehave. Yeah. So, but they have lost 775,000. Most of them in Iran, but quite a lot to the Soviet Union as well. Whereas the Comintern is also... I mean, actually, it's casualty-wise here, it's not all that... well, actually, it is definitely in the communist and German Empire angle here. But yes, it's not as off as I thought it was. And the Royal Navy is still trapped outside Malmö. Poor fleets.
Every once in a while they find, a Soviet battleship to play with.
Yeah. And at this point, are we gonna have a meeting up here in Lapland between the two allies? I guess meeting.
We haven't really looked at the Finnish front. The Finns are doing pretty well considering the amount of troops against them.
Yeah. I don't think he's pushing all the activity though. It's going very low.
Yeah,
I don't see any micro
circled.
attacks. I think he's been very busy managing elsewhere. So he's probably just put this one on, like, guard the area and go when it can.
But the only other active front is in Asia, where the fighting's practically over.
Yeah, and now UK is starting to turn into some what normally it would have looked like with allies.
The British Raj has rejoined faction McFascist phase.
Ah, there we go.
I guess there was a little falling out.
But maybe they were trying to scare each other.
Well, if you don't do this, I'll leave. You can't leave, I'll kick you.
And running commentary here, I mean, there's the Portuguese they lost their new home.
Oh.
So yeah, that's that. What about Asia? Is anything else going on over here?
No, the fighting's pretty much over. The Soviets have decided that This Korea thing is pretty cute, but they're still gonna take it.
Yeah, probably.
So
that
it's gonna happen in about 3 months.
Yep. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
And what is China itself doing?
China declared war on the British Raj.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's interesting. So does the Raj has quite a lot of troops here actually, and Pakistan, but they're not really allied or anything. So
I guess they
so
might,
far the fronts aren't really moving. There's a bit of feelings going on up here, but not really any big pushes or anything.
Pretty interesting that China has not really moved down their research tree at all. They did some.
What have they focused on?
Well, they're moving through their industry trees and all that good stuff. But
I feel like we just need to observe my screen for a second to look at this naval invasion plan.
that is.
I think this is gonna be the decapitating stroke.
Yeah.
And by decapitating, I mean cutting out Scotland.
Taking off the head.
I'm not sure if Jake would approve, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that is rolling in. When is that rolling? There's not that long left for preparation. In fact, I'm going to remind Bratton here, if he's listening, that in fact some of his leading naval guys can take a bunch of traits and stuff. And he's got caught up in fighting, so you can actually level some of them now. In fact, one of the guy leading Army 4 can be leveled up, I believe. He's got one extra trait because he's level 4 now.
Typical game director micromanaging.
Yes. Not sure he needs it, unless maybe it's a naval. It's a trait to prepare navally faster. You can have a look. What can he take? Well, you can take guerrilla fighter. I guess that's not that useful right now because he's on the offensive. So, but so maybe he's saving it.
But there's a little counter-offensive by the British. Like they managed to take back Dover and Sussex.
No, that's true.
But I guess that has drawn most of the forces south.
There's also Russian bombers over London now.
Yep.
But I think we're gonna need to see more fronts open up here. And now it seems like Bratton's activating the
naval landings.
The naval cluster.
The naval envelopment.
Yes. In fact, some of those are Germans as well. Hull has now been taken.
Oh, so that's a race. So the Germans want to cut them off. So the French landing happens north of it. So they can't take the territory.
Yeah, it's like the race for Berlin, but
it's
reversed.
London.
Race for London Bridge. Race for Westminster. I don't know. But yeah. And the Germans are following up with a lot of divisions now.
I mean, that
24 more is landing.
That seems to be their preferred strategy. They establish a small beachhead and then they just.
One of them is even prepared for British climate because he's actually 2 divisions have been acclimatized.
Yeah, but prepared for British climate means you bring an umbrella.
Well, it's actually it's just touchy on the. It's at 0 degrees. There is actually snow here, a little bit of snow. And a lot of bombing damage. Looks like half of Daniel's factories are actually bombed away.
Were they bombed or are they just
I think
destroyed in the fighting?
There wasn't really any fighting up here. I think this is bombing. Remember we saw Russian bombers running over it?
Yeah.
Let's see. I suspect they've probably been turned off now, but let's see here. Wait, that can't be Russians. It's too far away. It's probably the French being based here.
Yeah, 86 bombers from the Soviet Union.
Yeah. Yep.
And Yorkshire has fallen to the Germans.
Yeah, this is
Niall
this is a matter of time now.
Niall is saying rip from wherever he is currently.
Probably. Yeah. But so I guess at this point there's nothing Daniel can do to push this back.
No.
In fact, I'm going to gloat at his logistics interface And note that he had a huge stockpile and did not save him. He has manpower, he has equipment left,
Yep.
but so he did not get worn down. He got outsmarted.
And it looks like the Japanese have actually conquered northern Sakhalin and then pushed across the strait to have now landed in Siberia.
Oh.
I'm not sure that's an improvement for them.
Well, there's some tanks there as well. I also just noticed that Luxembourg is still going. I feel like someone should have cleaned it a bit.
I mean,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
just minding its own business.
I guess they are. And the Royal Navy is still trapped. Poor Daniel. At this point, like, it actually would have been interesting. What happens if they pull them back and start cutting everybody off.
Oh, Quill and the Brit are talking to the Comintern.
Oh, really?
Looks like maybe they're setting up some occupation zones in Britain.
I would like to hear this and
Yes.
see how much gloating there is.
Oh, great allies.
Yeah. See?
Hello,
I knew we'd
guys.
get along in the
Hey,
end.
guys.
Oh, hey.
Very nice invasion there.
Yeah, was very
Thank you.
impressive.
How did you like the first or the second one when I... no, actually that was the third one where I landed behind his tanks.
Yeah, it
that
was very nice.
That was
very
pretty
nice.
clever.
Yeah, there was some nice waves. And so, Quill, like from the beginning, was your strategy to catch the Royal Navy and then use paratroopers? Because I noticed you were... I don't think you ever trained them, but you researched a whole bunch of them, right?
Yeah, I didn't have paratroopers in time for the start of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely going to be a possibility. And then it turned out, because their whole fleet was really busy, we were able to sneak a few pings out. And they were locked in the Baltic, so we could just go around through the North Sea.
Yeah.
So it turned out okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna extra smug, because Daniel told me in the afternoon that he doesn't like to split up the Royal Navy. And he should have kept some of them back.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it appears Daniel and Anti-Elysium are talking to the Japanese faction.
Ooh.
He gets his revenge right now.
So, Daniel, are they gonna like airlift you out?
No. Well, as we are saying right now in this chat, better dead than red, or apparently monarchist because they sold their soul.
Yeah, the monarchists sold their soul. They're horrible.
But we understand that they were too much of a coward to attack the communists.
They sold their soul for
Cowards.
fantastic hats and mustaches, though. I mean,
No, but the monarchists are actually justifying against France and Luxembourg.
ooh.
Oh, finally.
Yes, now that the
Then
wild card is out of the play,
Yeah,
it's time to get serious.
it's all happening now.
Sexy Wilhelm III is taking control too.
Yeah. While
That's-
sexy is still not quite as cool.
Yeah.
You prefer the pickle hob?
Yeah, of course. But yeah, it was pretty bloody here.
No, but there are two big things that really screwed up for me. One, my fleet got trapped in the Baltic.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, and everything. But why they were trapped in the Baltic is because of a slight issue. So I assigned much more artillery to my division. I assigned a lot more anti-tank guns. Then didn't press save.
Oh no.
Oh.
So my guys was like, oh, light tanks. Yeah, they will easily be able to kick the crap out of his light tanks. I was like, I'm not piercing his armor. What the hell is the issue?
Oh dear.
I hadn't pressed save.
Ouch. Meanwhile, I was noticing that Quill actually had some good anti-tank divisions that managed to beat your tanks on once they landed as well.
Well, they were surrounded, my tanks.
Yes. And it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I don't know.
So, how about that invasion of southern China? Is that happening or what?
It's happening in like 30 days. Nope,
Okay.
not even. It's like 8 days.
What about Hainan?
I lost everything up here. Are you talking about the north? I
No,
don't
I'm
even want to
talking
talk
about
about the north.
The island of Hainan, the one that Australia's going for.
Oh, I do not have anything prepared over there. Oh, I see. Did they
Oh.
take this? Wow, I was not paying attention. Oh no, that's French. I'm stupid.
Oh,
Well, I'm
This is
pushing in
nothing.
slowly.
Oh, really?
I'm surprised.
yeah.
Just.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna start rooting for the Australians now. It's
Yeah, do
they
it.
got their own little tiny island going.
Tiny?
Well, you know, they got Taiwan, you know.
Well, no, they
Oh,
They're,
God,
they're,
invade
they're,
me
they're
from-
vacationing there, right?
Yep.
God, really? That one thing with my fleet, completely.
Yeah. Still nice though.
Human error.
No, like
So Daniel,
I should be able to retreat with my fleet somehow.
Yeah. But you know, Daniel, I've already smugged this like 4 times now. But you remember this afternoon when you told me you shouldn't split up your fleet as Britain?
What?
When we were up...
No, I never did.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
You were like, I just keep doing one big blobber on my island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then he didn't.
And then you didn't.
Well, I did.
Daniel, try
They were
retreat
around
to
my
Ireland.
island. They were around my island. It was just, well...
Well, your
randomly got
island was
stuck in there.
Scandinavia as well, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I had my strait, I have the region behind it, and Baltic Sea. Then it was just my units, well, they didn't have their anti-tank guns.
Oh.
Oh, they changed it. There's more people over there now, Shen. There's like 10.
Yeah, I think they heard word that we were planning.
Those bastards.
Are you,
Well, they get an alert, right?
Can't you try and escape through Dover or something, Daniel? I mean, you have a lot of divisions that are just going to die horrendously here. Maybe you
Well,
can
I'm
like
gonna-
pull them out and escape somewhere?
Yes,
Never.
Oh, now
Never.
I have lost all ports.
Um,
It was a beautiful dream.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful tree.
A dream of a fascist Britain, I don't know. Now you're gonna be commies, all of you. Maybe not Ireland, we'll see. Will Ireland
Well, I'm-
hold out till last?
I could always like release Egypt and
It's the last Egyptian
Alright,
hope.
we're gonna leave you guys so we don't
Yes.
drop any
Yeah.
secret intel. Good luck. Gonna need it.
Oh yes. By this point.
Because I'm looking at this front down in towards China here, and it's not going good anywhere, and everybody's out of supply. No, not out of supply, but their attrition situation is not great.
No.
And we have like half an hour.
Ooh.
No. Rehost.
We have a half an hour left.
Yep. Is Daniel sabotaging this? So so he hasn't actually lost yet, because I think he was still holding London. I can't scan over. So who was it that dropped out?
No, I think it was Daniel.
Oh, it was Daniel.
Yes.
Maybe he pulled his cables.
Alt F4.
Yes.
Oh, and he's coming back in as
Oh, he did
Great
it intentionally.
Greater Botswana is gonna make the comeback, you know?
Wow. I guess that's it's interesting.
I mean, best of luck, I guess.
Best of luck, Daniel. We believe in you.
Not a lot, but we believe in you.
I mean, look at this guy in his steely gaze. He's like, he's seeing the future. He
Yes.
knows where he's going. It's world conquest. And yep.
Yeah, Twitch chat is calling for longer streams, and I mean, we will probably make up some of the reconnects time, but
Yeah.
at some point it is Friday.
It is Friday, and yes.
London is the last one holding out.
Wow, the Imperial Kemet.
I think that's the fascist name for Egypt, I guess.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name. Do you know what it's called, Kemet?
And the British Empire has capitulated.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can just keep the stream running and see how far Daniel can get overnight, right? If everybody else has to leave.
Oh, and the war goal for between Germany and France has finished.
Ooh. That is gonna be very, very messy.
Well, the Germans have pulled back all their forces from Britain, in time.
Yeah. I mean, they're much stronger than the French, but it's not just the French, right?
Yes.
It's all of this,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of stuff.
Although it looks like they haven't really massed all that much on the border. I think the Germans could actually push and take some territory here.
Possibly.
And I mean, once they have this river line and fortify that, that's a pretty good defensive line in the north.
I mean, they could take some stuff, but it also is probably much better to just defend and try and crush France, right? Get rid of France.
Well, the problem is you also have to take Italy and probably Republican Spain. So you're gonna be fighting for a while.
Yeah.
But I do like that
and the attack is on.
Yeah, that both sides decide to go. You know what? We're not gonna have this war while the fascists are sitting on the island and are just gonna backstab one of us in the worst possible time. Let's just remove those real quick. And who would have thought the German tanks are breaking through breaking through Belgium and
somewhere
encircling.
Nobody's ever broken through before. And Bohemia has been called in. I was gonna say maybe it's to scare Quill, but I guess not, because he's actually in this faction. Never mind. So,
but the line. Oh, they have fortified the lines pretty well. Not heavily, but there are definitely forts up.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the French stability is not great, but they don't have their surrender lower thing anymore, right? No, they don't.
Not if they are.
Fall of Paris. This is a disaster.
Yes.
Less so for Germany, I guess.
There's actually a tank battle between the Royal Saxon.
Actually, between Rommel and de Gaulle, actually.
Ooh, that's.
And de Gaulle's tanks are pretty hardcore, actually.
Yeah.
So,
but he needs some infantry to hold the salient. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, Rommel's not doing too good. But also the French are attacking across the river. They should have probably gone around. Because everybody knows it's super easy to micro at speed 3 in multiplayer.
Absolutely.
Doesn't mean we can't call you out, though.
Exactly. Especially since we don't have to do the microing, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm microing this camera. It's like one button. This is interesting, though. I mean, not to forget it, there's a second front here.
Yes.
In Austria-Hungary. Pushing in here. Actually, this soldier is only smoking, it seems like. But his friends are preparing to push in. In fact, have they even been... Yeah, they have. So it seems to have slowed down a lot after the initial push, but they did get quite far in.
And it appears that the Australian-Japanese combined forces have taken Guangzhou. I butchered that. Apologies to our Chinese viewers.
Yeah.
But can't really break out of their beachhead.
Yeah. Oh. And Turkey is now in as well. And the war on Korea is on.
And for some reason, Korea did not decide to, join Japan. They decided to go with the McFascist phase.
Oh, what were their ideology?
Well, they are fascists, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we should probably have some kind of AI weight where they go like, which is the nearest faction of my ideology, rather than what is the...
Yeah, do we have I don't know, maybe it asks for the one with most players, but it's equal amount of players, right? Yeah. I don't remember what the tiebreak is. But yeah. Probably so, although at this point maybe it's actually better to join the faction McFascist phase. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Twitch had pointed out they're actually democratic.
All right.
That
then
is surprising somewhat.
Then I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely 100% sure
they
what
may
happened.
have voted about it.
And then they joined the fascists.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, France is not doing super good anymore. Well, wait. Paris has been liberated, actually. But the entire front line around it is crumbling here.
And there are 10 divisions trapped behind.
Yeah. The Maginot Line is still holding, however.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have much significance anymore.
Unfortunately, so is the West Wall.
Yes. So, yeah. And it's kind of interesting. The Hungarians are not attacking. I mean, I guess they are outnumbered, but you could still probe a little bit, maybe.
I suspect they were expecting to fight a very defensive campaign and basically go like, yeah, you can attack me all you want, you're not gonna break through.
Yeah. Meanwhile, also apparently we're attacking Bulgaria here as well.
Well, they are an AI ally in the bloc friendship front.
Yeah, I guess so, and it's mainly Turkey doing it.
Well, and the Soviets are pushing from the north, but they are not making a whole lot of progress.
Yeah. Looking at the air, it is mostly controlled by the Germans here.
Huh.
Oh wait, it's the French. I was looking at the wrong side.
And yeah, the Soviets are messing on the Eastern Front, so this is really Schlieffen 2.0. They need to knock out communist France so they can try and make a stand somewhere in Poland, I guess.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, behind communist France, there's communist Spain, and you also have to push down the boot of Italy.
That's gonna be kind of tough.
Uh-huh.
But I think once this starts crumbling, then the Austrians will stop pushing as well. Because they're slowly winning this. You know.
And Luxembourg did not last long, but F's in chat for Luxembourg, please.
No, Luxembourg. Yeah.
It made a good show. Try it.
Press F to pay your respects.
Yes.
Oh no, Hassel van Manteuffel has been wounded.
Yes.
Apparently while drawing this map.
It's quite a bunch of Fs in chat.
Yeah, wow.
People really salute Luxembourg.
I mean, what are we gonna get when France falls, though? Oh, I just realized that, you know, they're gonna have to push through for Spain as well here.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I've been saying for the last half hour.
So yeah, this is gonna be a long one. Is anyone going on in
that is the
Treaty of Luxembourg? How will they split it up? Do you think?
I think this is really gonna be what kicks off the war in Europe.
Yes. I wanted the north side.
Jesus, Luxembourg has 100,000 equipment. What the hell is going on?
I think maybe we need to look at the how much that actually is giving out.
Yeah, I think it might actually be a tool-tip issue or something.
Factor 10 or so, maybe.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Maybe it was a percentage that got. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I will write it down on my paper actually. Since I actually forgot it since last time.
Fixing bugs live on stream.
Yeah.
And
we should do a stream like that. That'd be funny. You play and try and break stuff, and I will fix it on the side.
And then Twitch chat gets the whole experience of that is super weird. That is super weird.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's impossible. Oh wait, no, it's not. Oh, I did that.
That has actually happened to me several times where I go like,
yeah,
who did this? What kind of idiot did Oh, Gabriel.
We have a message from Marbus here as well. Luxembourg lasted longer than the British Empire. Oh, snap.
They didn't.
That is what happened. I mean, and the Raj is, you know, it's
tough going.
It's tough going. This is not where you want to be pushing.
Yeah, I will say though, I just realized that they released Pakistan so they wouldn't have a land border up here against Xinjiang and Tibet, because the rest of this is wasteland.
Yeah.
Or impassable borders. And they're just locking this down in mountains and go like, yeah, if you want to come at me, bro.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out exactly who had sent American volunteers here, but
it appears that the Austro-Hungarians might be planning a backstabbing.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are in chat with Daniel and Elysium. Can we listen in on that?
Is this going to be some kind of turn Botswana to glory story?
Chatting with Japan, actually.
Luxembourg has replaced Daniel as best Hoi 4 player.
Oh, that is.
Oh snap!
Oh snap!
I guess you're gonna have to change your Twitter description, Daniel.
Yeah, second best
Second best after Luxembourg.
after Luxembourg AI.
How come Luxembourg? They have capitulated. I have not.
Yes, you have.
Well, yeah.
No,
I
you have
haven't.
capitulated.
You have capitulated so hard you became a different country.
I've never capitulated.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
really?
you're confusing Daniel with a different guy that could
Because I'm zooming into London and there's like a giant French text on it.
Daniel has
Yeah,
nothing
but-
to do with London, though.
Yeah, what's London?
what's London?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're a bit confused. I played Botswana the entire game.
All right. Well, you haven't really managed to expand very much.
No.
Is Botswana in the war?
It
Yes,
is actually.
yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah. So, so what's the plan? I heard you guys were in an interesting talk.
Yeah, so
Wow.
how all of this started was originally I convinced the Soviet Union to go to war with Daniel. And it all worked out really quite happily. I convinced Quill that it would be the best idea. And the Soviets and us all agreed that at the end of this we'd have a nice gentlemanly war. And you can now see how that's going.
I'm not
So-
sure gentlemanly is the word I would use, but
Crushing victory is probably the correct.
yes.
Well, France
Even-
isn't out of the war just yet, I suppose.
Even after I convinced them not to attack you in the beginning.
Well, these things come home to
Well,
roost, I
you
guess.
know what they say. Never trust the French.
No,
Wait, who said that?
I don't think that
Not-
is the saying.
Nobody's really said that.
True.
Okay, it might be a slightly modified Lord of the Rings quote, but
I mean, to be fair, we wouldn't know. New Zealand is off the map now.
Oh yeah.
it's like never trust an elf, never trust a French. It kind of
Never
works.
trust an elf.
I'm not sure what that is from. Yeah.
Yes. Never
Also-
heard of that before.
Also, this is going historically. The Panzer IV is only researched in 41 now.
But Germany is about to cut off most of the Maginot Line.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That held out well, though. I guess.
Yeah.
It helps when you have amazing fort. But yeah, there we go. Tough luck there.
We jumped out. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're just gonna enjoy seeing the supply situation appear. Oh, I need to switch.
Oh yeah, and the Soviets are actually pushing in East Prussia.
75/5. Ouchie, ouch.
That hurts.
Yes.
That is not good times.
That is not good times. No, they just have to sit there and watch them starve. I have not really seen anyone take advantage of air supply, though.
No. I think a lot of people are still,
Not you're really used to some of the new mechanics. Yeah.
I mean, I would have to remind myself regularly that building transport planes, even though I don't have paratroopers, is actually a good idea.
And I mean, Germany does start with some, but maybe they're lost
Yeah.
now.
But they were
To
four,
be fair,
so
he's not going to push out of this anyway.
no.
And probably I'm pretty sure he would lose all those transport planes. Yeah. There's quite a lot of German fighters here.
I mean, they are still contesting the skies.
They're
quite-
still contesting them, but I don't know if the transports would really be able to do anything about this.
No.
You might as well try though. Make it costly to take down them.
Mhm. But the front has stabilized
The
in
front
France.
seem to have slowed down for the most part, actually.
Although I suppose that Quill is actually focusing more on annihilating this giant pocket.
That seems to be where he's attacking for the most part.
Yeah.
In fact, did he just pull away? No. Yeah, there's some
Oh.
Soviet division here has actually managed to pull up. I think he pulled away too many troops.
Yeah, or it might be have caught him in the middle of rearranging his lines.
Yeah, I think he put the same front line up there.
And I mean, this is eastern Poland is basically a ready-made pocket, right?
Yeah.
Because it's such.
I think people have been really looking at France rather than
Yeah.
up here, actually. It looks like both sides are sort of half-assing this front. Yeah.
I think the Soviets are making quite an effort. And I suppose the
yeah, they have a lot.
Quill is not, because he's focusing on the French
here we
front.
go. They're breaking through from the swamp into Volin.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting we have the tooltip that says the name of the states now, and I'll click on them to remind myself. And
yeah. So, but we only got the tooltip like a week ago. So
yeah, so I'm pretty not used to it. I still click the wrong buttons all the time now when I want to research.
Yeah.
We had a struggle at the office if we were going to put the decisions on the left or on the right. And we had them on the right for quite a long time, so I got very used to it.
Yes.
But QA never got used to it, and they really wanted it on the other side because they wanted to be able to hit logistics fast. So they're happy now, but I keep clicking wrong because I got used to it being the other side. Yeah. Trials and tribulations.
Yep.
I still kind of want Hungary to try and push here, but I don't see it really succeeding.
Well, the question is how long France can afford to keep forces.
Yeah.
Forces there.
Right now they're actually outnumbering the Germans along this front.
Oh, well, the Germans are probably shifting forces to.
Once they close the pocket, though, that'll probably be it. In fact, the pocket is now 2 pockets.
Yes, they split the pocket.
And but yeah, they're losing quite heavily now too.
And Korea capitulates.
Yeah.
And it appears that the Chinese have broken through into Indochina and are outflanking the...
Wait, truck into Warsaw in any second now. There's a truck about to liberate Warsaw. And then it got cut off and its speed, but it still got to Warsaw.
Nice.
The liberation of Warsaw. Onwards, comrades. It is very temporarily, I think, under control.
Yeah, the Japanese Australians have.
They got a little greedy. No, yeah. I think they're actually holding the choke point. They might keep this pocket. Yeah, they're stabilizing it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he manages to close everything around up here in a state that will not try to pronounce.
Which one is that?
It's the one that's about to, where they have a attack plan to close the big pocket.
Oh.
I really want him to move more armor there, but I think he's busy. No, wait, I see some more armor moving down maybe. Oh, actually, I think he might be able to close it with some infantry. And then they're in trouble. Korea has joined the British Empire as an enemy in the Indian War. Yeah. Wait a minute. There are, I don't even know, 200 Xinjiang divisions.
Yeah, but they're all tiny.
They're all tiny, but they're hanging out outside Moscow. I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
Just, you know, keeping the peace.
Flexing the legs, I don't know. Because they maybe could be used here to plug some holes, because this front is moving very, very fast.
The goddamn province.
Yeah.
So you free up your forces.
I believe they are completely cut off now, though. Yeah.
Oh, the French are counter-attacking with some Soviet and Spanish support.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Germans are actually trapped in the Pripyat swamp, if I remember my geography. And
well, the Pripyat swamp is a bit south, but yeah, close enough.
It's swamp anyway.
Yeah.
It's outside Minsk here. Yeah, they managed to close this pocket actually. That's very nice. That's quite a bit of German divisions. And now this has started to make the line shorter as well. The Germans are in fact redeploying a lot of its armed forces over here.
Well, they sort of have to, right?
Yeah, it's like a...
They need to rebuild that.
Yeah. It's almost beautiful to see all these tanks rushing towards the front line here.
There's also a huge French naval line. That's where the French divisions went in Holland.
Very nice. Yeah, so they're all up in Amsterdam. We're a smoking good time.
I mean, I guess if you have naval supremacy, you might as well use it.
That's true. But yeah, I think this. No, it's not linked up. It's still struggling down here.
Meanwhile, the Austrians are holding their own quite well.
Yeah. Mountains help a lot. They seem to be mostly acclimatized. Both sides are starting to acclimatize to the terrain here as well.
Some might say historically well. not
I think we left history.
Yeah, quite a while ago.
Yes, this is not history as taught in the classrooms. In fact, I quite often get that question, like, can we use Hartsvarn as a teaching tool?
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, sure.
I mean, for some things, right? But then it can also be be quite not very historically accurate when you observe it like this. Maybe next time I get a reply, I can go like, yes, but also this can happen.
Yeah, but watch the stream and decide.
Just blank out the year, maybe, right? And you go, okay, maybe.
But in Indochina, the combined Chinese forces have managed to surround the enemy. Hello.
Hello.
Yo. Wait.
What? What is going on?
It's 10 o'clock and we need to end this 3-day war.
Are you saying you need to end this because you're losing, Daniel?
No,
I think you mean because he lost.
I never lost.
Botswana is uncontested as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Please, I can just now paradrop into Japan.
Oh.
It's too late. I survived.
Yeah.
You didn't even beat me, Alex.
Can we vote for winners?
Some really nice work. Oh, alarm is going as well. It's, I see Blonde is running.
Yeah.
We're unsupervised, guys. Do whatever you want.
But anyway, guys, I know some of you didn't do very much, but I still hope you enjoyed this 3-day war.
Yeah.
And if we get one more going on, then fix it with marketing. That you will join us once again.
Yeah.
It will be with pleasure.
Yeah, I gotta say the end of the European war here was very interesting to watch.
Yes.
With the two pockets and the end of Verfipping. I'm still not sure who's gonna win this, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I sent all my tanks over to Eastern Front now. They're about to depocket my troops.
Yeah, I was following them with the camera. It looked great.
That is what's gonna happen. My tanks have been unstoppable this entire game.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Unstoppable because Daniel forgot to give his men anti-tank guns. He told
I never pressed save.
That's
basically I made my division is like 21 or something. I added a bunch of artillery, I had a bunch of anti-tank guns. I didn't press save.
And I think that's going to be the quote for this whole game session. Is just, I didn't
remember to press save.
Blaming the interface.
Do you want me to add like a reminder if you close without saving?
Yeah, you didn't press save. Are you sure you want to leave?
Yeah. And, did you watch the invasion of Hong Kong in the south by the Great Australian Army?
The joint Japanese-Australian.
The great counter-attack from the south.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
But anyway, guys, I don't think it's very much more to say than thank you for joining for this 3-day war and first very hot, Cody version of Waking the Tiger.
Yeah.
It will be out 8th of March.
Yep.
Yes, March.
And
it's called in English.
Yeah.
Remember, if you
I'm not English.
If you're planning to do something important, save your plans. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
Important.
Hashtag save your plan.
Don't put your feet in the Baltic.
I think that's it from us. Thank you for joining, and I hope I see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.